I welcome you to this channel, Messiah Revelation Ministry. We are an end-time ministry. Today we are focusing our video on the mark of the beast and how come that many people will accept the mark of the beast. And you notice that it will be the false prophet who will cause all people living in the world to take the mark of the beast. And how come that one person, the false prophet, can cause all people in the world to take the mark of the beast? And it will happen because there will be a lot of manipulation, there will be a lot of deception. In the end times, we see a lot of deception in the international system. Deception that will be greater than the first deception. How Lucifer deceived Adam and Eve. The last days deception will be more catastrophic than the first day deception in the Garden of Eden. How will people be so ignorant that the false prophet, one person, can cause all of them to take the mark of the beast? And we can take lessons from what is happening now with the vaccination. I'm not suggesting that the vaccination is the mark of the beast, but I'm drawing your attention to how people are being manipulated to take the COVID vax. And it will show you how possible that many people, billions, will ultimately take the mark of the beast. And let's look at how governments and politicians and pastors are persuading people to take the vax. Let's go to the United States, the city of Ohio. It's reported that the governor of Ohio is using an enticement for people to take the vax. And what is he doing? He's giving free lottery tickets to people. Potentially, you can win millions of dollars in U.S. Lottery if you are lucky. And so he's giving free lottery tickets to people. Potentially, you can win $1 million or more than that with those tickets. And what is the condition for accepting the lottery ticket? If you take the vax. And so it's simple. You take a vax, and if you show to the authorities that you have taken the vax, then they will give you a lottery ticket for you to play, potentially to win millions of dollars through the lottery. In New Jersey too, it's also reported that if you take the vax, then they will give you a free beer, a bottle of beer to take the vax. And so you can see the connection. In the first instance in Ohio, the governor is enticing people with money, millions of dollars. Potentially you can win a lottery worth millions of dollars. And for you to get a free ticket, you have to take the vax. In New Jersey, it's very cheap. Taking the vax is very cheap. You just take the vax and they'll give you a bottle of beer. So this is a psychological operation over the world. Whether you are talking about politicians, you are talking about pastors, they are enticing their people, their congregation, their citizens to take the vax. There's pretend injection. Some politicians pretend they are taking the injection. We don't know what they are taking. We don't know whether it's mere photo ops, but we know that it's psychological operation to cause as many people as possible to get the vax. So if you talk about the mark of the beast that is coming into this world, you will notice that the same psychology will be used. People will be deceived into taking the mark of the beast without knowing what they are taking. There will be psychological operations. There will be enticement, monetary inducement. Monetary inducement for people to take the ultimate mark of the beast. For one person, the false prophet, to cause all people in the world to take the mark of the beast, it means that it will involve a lot of deception. The Antichrist and the false prophet will be men of deception. They will deceive so many people. But I believe that it will also involve spiritual warfare. It will be spiritual warfare that is so intense. It is the last phase of the spiritual warfare between Lucifer and the saints of God. And that warfare will result in so many people taking the mark of the beast and losing their salvation. If you take the mark of the beast, you know that you have lost your salvation. Your name will be blotted out from the book of life that belongs to the Lamb. And so, if we see the psychology people are using, the psychology nations and leaders, the elite are using to cause people to take the vax, you will not be surprised why in the last days so many people will end up taking the mark of the beast, the ultimate mark of the beast that will take billions of people to hell. As I said, there will be psychological manipulation comparable to what is happening now with the vax. Governors enticing people to take the vax so that potentially they can win a lottery. Enticing people to take the vax so that they can get a bottle of beer to drink. Politicians and pastors openly videotape taking the jab in order to entice people, to induce people, to deceive people to take the vax. These are all psychological operations. You would think that taking the mark of the beast will be a voluntary act, but no, that will not be the case. If you read the Bible very carefully, Revelation chapter 13 and Revelation chapter 14, those who do not take the mark of the beast will be beheaded. The Antichrist and the false prophet will cause them to be beheaded. And there's only one option for you at this time. These events are coming, and the psychological operations involving the vax is a precursor to the ultimate psychological operation that will be unleashed to cause as many people as possible to take the mark of the beast. If you have not accepted Jesus as your Lord and Savior, today is the day for you to do so, because worse times are coming. The elites are testing the waters to see how they can cause as many people as possible to take the mark of the beast when it is ready. Thank you for this message.